What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'll be showing you how to do object tracking in Blender. And to begin with tracking in Blender, we need to go to VFX workspace, and to do so we need to click on the plus icon, then come to VFX, then choose motion tracking. Alright, the next thing for us to do now is to load in our footage, and to do so click on open, go to your file directory, then click on the footage you are using, drag it, press A to select all, then open clip. Okay, set scene frame to make it match the frame rate of our footage. And for the sake of this tutorial, I'm tracking only 100 frames. Now I come down to the end frame here and I change it to 100. Click on prefetch to load your footage into memory. Now you can play this and you will see that it will play very smoothly. Then here's the thing. For us to do object tracking, there are some few settings we need to do. Now come to tracks here, then click on object. Now you can see that this is camera, and if you track here and solve it, that means you are doing camera solver. And to do object solver, we need to add object. Then click on plus sign here. Now we add object, and if you track here, that means we are doing object solver. Okay, and to track, come to tracking settings over here, click on normalize, and so click on keyframe and change it to previous frame, and also click on this location and change it to affine. These few settings over here will help our tracks to work well. And to add the tracking marker, control click to add the tracker. Now to add the search bar, click on clip display, then enable search. Now it has a search bar, and you can make it large as you want. Now expand the track a little bit to fit in. Now come down to tracks here. Now we can see a little view of the tracks here. Now let's begin tracking. Okay, now click here to track the whole sequence. Alright, it is tracked, and you can see that this tracking markers is not doing well, as you can see, and we need to make it more better to make our tracking more good and to be more precise. Now for us to adjust this and to make it better, we need to erase all the frame that this track is not doing well, then erase it by clicking here. Now we need to track it single frame. Now to do this, click here to add a single frame, then G to grab and to paste it back to where it's supposed to be. Alright, click on single track so that we can monitor whether our track is doing well. G, then put it back to position, then continue tracking. G, then continue tracking. G, then continue tracking. Now we can see that our tracking markers is no more visible in the frame. Now we need to go to the next frame where we can see our marker clearly. Alright, here. Then click on G to drag it and put it back to position. Then we need to resize this pattern. Okay, just click and drag it like this. Okay, then continue tracking. Alright, now this tracking marker is well tracked now, and you can click through and see for yourself. I need to track here, control click to add the tracker, then expand it. Now I want to track it frame by frame. Now click on the single frame track, so that I can see whether the tracking is doing well or not. tracking is all about monitoring. You just have to monitor the track whether they are doing well. G, grab and put it back to position. Then continue tracking. G, drag to put it back to position. Then continue tracking. G. Alright, now you can see that this marker is no more visible in this frame, and what we need to do now is to go to the next frame where this marker will be more visible. Alright, then drag it to the next frame where we can see the marker clearly, and if there is not, and that's the end of it, we don't have to track it anymore. Alright, and there is not. Now we need to pick the next marker. Alright, with A to unselect that, then control click to add the new tracker, expand it, then continue tracking with single frame track. Alright guys, I will just skip this video for me not to waste so much of your time. Then I will come back when I'm done. Alright, now I am done tracking the box on my head. Now I want to track something else. Okay, I will track my ear, my 2 ears. Okay, control click, add the tracker, then track sequence. Track 2 frames. Alright, okay, that is good. Then track backward. I just track the whole shot. Then it lost. Drag it back to position. Then adjust back the pattern. Then continue tracking. Alright. Alright, now I am done tracking this footage, and before I solve this object, I need to clean up this trackers over here. And if you come down to the timeline section, you will see that we have a lot of curves here, and each curves represent each hand trackers. Each curves over here, their path should be in form of waves, and we can see a lot of zigzag thing over here. And to clean them up, we have to click on each frame. Each part has a keyframe, and click on the frame that the path is zigzag and press Shift X to delete that. Now you can see that this part is almost curved. Now click on the next one that has zigzag and click on it, then Shift X to also delete that. By doing this, we are cleaning up our trackers. Alright, let me quickly clean up the rest of the tracker. Alright guys, I'm done cleaning up my trackers. Now let's solve this object. And before we solve the object, we need to input our camera details. The camera we shot with, which is this. Sensor size, focal length of the camera. Now come here to camera and input your sensor size, which is 23.5. and my focal length is 18 millimeter. Okay, and in the left corner here, click on keyframe. Don't choose tripod, even though you shoot on tripod, so don't choose tripod. Then solve object motion. Now you can see that we got the error of 1.28, which is okay. We can use this solve error. And if you come down to the curve here, you see that this curve is not too rough. It's raw, but it's not too rough, which is usable. Alright, now we have done tracking our object and solving it. The next step for us to do now is to set up the 3D scene. And to do this, come to the scene setup here, then set as background. Now we have our video sequence as background in the 3D space.
Alright guys, before we set up the object, we need to orient our scene. We are not doing it in the orientation scene here, but we are doing it manually in the viewport. Now to do this, click on the camera by left click and press RZ to Z axis and rotate it in the Z axis. Alright. Press G to grab it back to position, and then press RX to rotate it on the X axis, like so, and then press G again to drag it back to position. Alright, now press RY to rotate it on the Y axis. Yeah, just a little bit. Okay, and drag it back to position. Alright, now this is how to orient your scene in 3D view. Okay, now click on the object and come down to object constraint. Yeah. Okay, now select add object constraint, then choose object solver. Now we have two settings here. We have camera and object. Click on the object and add it as object, then click on the camera and choose camera. Now you can see that the cube is covering our camera, so ignore that for now and let's go on. So click on the camera and come to object constraint, then choose camera solver. And whenever you are doing object tracking, you need to add a constraint on the camera also, not only the object. Alright, now to fix this cube and to place it on my head, we need to back to the 3D view and rotate it manually. And when you look close to our 3D camera, you will see a lot of 3D points, and each point represents the 2D tracking markers over here. And if you add an object and place it there, it will cover our camera. And to fix this, so we need to increase the scale of our 3D points in soft settings over here. Then come down to object settings here, then you will see scale and increase the scale. As you are increasing the scale, the 3D points will be coming up and it will balance. You can increase this as you want, but I will increase this back to where the object, where the cube was. Alright. What I'm going to do here now is to manually transform this cube to fit the 3D markers in this 3D view. Alright. You should take your time and do this so that it will fit what it's supposed to be. Drag it back slowly, then bring it down, and there it fits. And if you play this, now you see that this box stick on my head throughout the shot, and it's very much precise, and this is a good track. It's a good track. And when you come to layout here, and to see the 3D point, click here and enable motion tracker. Then here comes the 3D point, and click 0 to view the camera and play it. Now you can see more clearly that this is a good track with a good result. Alright guys, this is how to do object tracking inside of Blender. And thanks for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.